Why, hello there. How's everybody doing? I'm your favorite faggot. That's cool, man. That's cool, bro. I'm happy to hear that. You're my favorite cocksucker as well. Sam. Yeah, what a do trip. How's it going, guys? Chips ahoy to you. You quit watching porn for this? The fuck is wrong with you? The fuck is wrong with you? End the show? No. I may have to end the show quickly. I don't know when TJ's going to be done with his shit. And whether or not we're doing something tonight or not, I don't know. So, he may come blundering out here at some point and go, "Yeah, we gotta go do the thing." I'll be like, okay. That could happen at any second. It adds a sense of, you know, dread and anticipation to the stream. Will Steven Crowder ever get on the show? Probably not. I don't see what he would possibly hope to gain from coming on our show. And I really don't see what we would possibly hope to gain from having him on ours. What are we up to? Just kind of chilling today. Working on some side projects and some behind the scenes shit. Possibly going to be filming another movie review with TJ tonight. Possibly not. I don't know. So we're going to see. What do you think about somebody drinking when they don't have access to weed? You're in a spot like that right now. Yeah, dude. It's not a good surrogate. Alcohol and weed are two completely different drugs, so I'd rather just deal with the crushing reality of sobriety than try and medicate with alcohol when I'm low on weed. Well, thanks, man. Yeah, people are starting to comment to me that I'm looking thinner. People always notice before I do. It's impossible for me to tell the difference between the way I look now and the way I looked 6 months ago. The change is too gradual for my limited self-perception, I guess, to notice it. So it's kind of cool. People are starting to say, "Yeah, dude, you're thinning out, blah, 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 blah." That's cool. You look fatter than ever. Dude, me and Ashley were cleaning up in Heroes of the Storm the other night. We were just, it was poopy, man. We were just pooping on kids. Hear about $1 billion in weapons we lost in Iraq reported yesterday. I guess ISIS got them. What a shit show. It's happened before, though. We're constantly losing things. Can you imagine, man? Like, who was directly responsible for the loss of $1 billion of equipment? And how is that person, like, is that person going to lose their job? You lose $20, they'll fire you in some jobs, dude. You imagine losing $1 billion fucking dollars worth of shit. I think that with the way that Hollywood works now, which is just constantly trying to recycle things, constantly looking for that franchise that needs another reboot, I have a feeling that Alien will probably get a complete reimagining in the future. It may end up being something that's worthy of the original films, but and it may be total shit. I don't know. I did hear that, like, before Prometheus, like, the dude that TJ was telling me the dude that wrote District 9 and Chappie and all of that was kind of tapped to write and direct. And that got shelved when Ridley Scott said, no, I want to do it. And they were like, well, I mean, it's Ridley Scott's baby. We got to let Ridley Scott do it. And Ridley Scott's just got some fucking stupid ideas for the direction of this franchise. The Neomorphs in Covenant, were those like the pale ones? I don't know what all the different morphs are called, but like the pale ones, I mean, I don't know. I guess it was a kind of cool little conceit. But I don't think that they were worthy of the original series. I don't think that they were as scary as, you know, the Xenomorphs were in the first two films. You like Prometheus? I didn't hate Prometheus. I don't know if I thought, you know, it's not the greatest in the franchise, but I didn't absolutely hate it like some people seemed to. But I seem to have flipped the script on this one because a lot of people seem to like Covenant, and I fucking despised it. So... Hey, Paul, try meth, then weed, and then tell us about it. Wow, dude. It's my favorite racial slur. I don't know. I like moon cricket. That's a pretty rare one. Why do I hate black people? I don't. Did you watch Blade Runner? Yeah. Please do. I liked parts of District 9, but thought the ending was not as strong as the early... I liked all of District 9. I thought it was a really interesting movie. I dug it start to finish. I didn't really have a whole lot of major criticism of it. I handed you a nug of weed at a meetup, and it wasn't in a bag. Dude, it's okay. I smoked it. I can guarantee you it got smoked, so it's... No worries, dude. You could instantly master any instrument. What would you choose? Piano. Hey, Paul, I'm about to join the Mexican Navy. Have you ever considered joining the military? Nope. Never crossed my mind as a possible career path for me. Was never interested in it. Not even when I was little. My dad was in the Army, too, and I didn't even really... It just was never one of my things. But good luck in the Mexican Navy, dude. Do you like Alien versus Predator? No. I don't. I think it's a decent concept, but they need to keep... Number one, they need to have the balls to do a movie with subtitles. They need to just do a movie with the Predators and the aliens. It's not Alien versus Predator... if it's also Alien versus Predator versus Human. I want to just see the Predators hunting some other kind of being and then run into the Xenomorphs and, you know, have their little transport ship disabled and it's just like 5 or 6 Predators versus this army of aliens. I want that movie. And I don't want human beings fucking it up. Just give me the aliens and the Predators, man. Subtitle that shit. Thoughts on dark jokes? What's too far? It depends on the skill of the comedian. A comedian has to be able to project the right kind of tone when they're doing it. I don't know exactly what that perfect tone is. I engage in gallows humor sometimes. Sometimes it lands, sometimes it doesn't. I don't really know that there is a too soon button on when something can be joked about. But I do think that there is an art to doing it that not everybody has. Thoughts on TJ using the bombing as an opportunity to make an edgy joke and pretending that it was his way of coping? I mean, there's a lot of assumptions in that. Number one, that's not TJ's way of coping. Use the word pretending there. What have you seen to suggest that TJ doesn't cope with tragedies by piping it through humor? It seems like he's done a lot of that on his channel for a lot of years. I, as a personal friend of his, know him to be a person that will do that. So I'm not sure where the information that he's pretending that it's a coping mechanism is coming from. It doesn't seem like something that matches up with the knowledge that I have of the dude. How's my day going? It's okay. How long would it take me to smoke a pound? I don't know, man. What's your favorite comedy act? Like, my favorite comedian of all time is Bill Hicks. I don't know if that's what you're asking. I don't know if I have a favorite act. You're talking like Laurel and Hardy? The Stooges? Am I going to watch the sunset? I'm not going to be able to see it from here, unfortunately. I'm up on a hill. And there are houses and trees and obstructions between me and the sunset. But it is, it's going to set pretty soon here. Well, I guess not very soon. It's the summer now. I forgot. The sun doesn't set till like 9:30. Gotta live that West Coast shit. I'm currently doing terribly in 3 classes, and I could pass or fail each of them depending on how the finals go next week. That sucks, dude. What's your favorite stand-up bit? I mean, the one that I laughed the hardest and most consistently at growing up that sticks in my mind the most is Bill Cosby's himself. And the bit that he does about his kids and his wife. And how, the kids are in this constant balancing act trying to get things out of him that his wife would never get him, or never give them. That bit, that whole, kind of progressive story that starts with the birth of his children and ends with that is just an amazingly structured bit of stand-up. I really like it. Visit you in Utah? Oh, man. Yeah, dude, that is great. We eating the chocolate cake. I like Eddie Murphy's early stand-up as well. He was really just a very different guy than he seems to be now. How do you deal with personal drama? As directly as possible. Drama is something that happens in people's lives, and how it spins out of control is pretty much predicated on how directly it's handled. When it comes up, it's better to just go to that person that you're having drama with and sit down and swallow your fucking pride and say, look, let's squash this shit. Let's figure out what's at the heart of this and try and get to the bottom of it. Doesn't always work. Sometimes you don't get there, but that's how you deal with it. I don't like Sepultura, no. Drama. Everybody loves drama, though. People hate it in their personal lives. Most people do. Some people really like creating and fostering that constant conflict in their lives. But I think most people don't like it in their personal lives. But I think a lot of those people like it in other people's personal lives. It's weird. We don't like our own drama, but we like other people's drama, man. We like to consume other people's personal conflicts. Isn't that a strange thing to want to watch? I guess I like watching it too. I can't stand on the outside of it and pretend, I don't like watching it, but it is a weird thing. I kind of talked with TJ on this channel earlier about the Sargon and Thunderfoot shit. I just think it's kind of silly that it's still going on. It's two people with different views on things that are slightly incompatible, blowing a small difference between themselves out of proportion. Both of them are acting like pussies, in my opinion. Am I part Irish? I think so. I'm not 100% sure, but you know, if family history, family oral history is to be believed, then a good portion of my my ancestry lies in Ireland. How come people can't get along when they have different viewpoints? Some people can. We have a culture now where being right is the most important thing. I think it's kind of always been the most important thing in people's lives as a central driver. People like to be correct. But it seems to have kind of escaped that personal bubble and out into the world now. Everybody doesn't, you know, nobody wants to be wrong about anything ever. And if you're wrong about something, then you're just weak and simple-minded. You know, the first time you misspeak, you're weak and simple-minded. The first time you speak on something that you don't have a full grasp on, like as if nobody ever does that, you're weak and simple-minded. People can't deal with being wrong, and they can't deal with the people that they like being wrong. It's a strange thing. But yeah, I'm wrong all the time too. It's kind of part of being a human being, I think. It's also part of just having, you know, the kind of brain that I have. I have a tendency to lose the plot on things sometimes in favor of chasing one aspect of it or another. That's just the way my brain works. I don't particularly like being wrong, but yes, I agree. I accept it when it happens. Please lick you? No, TJ's penis. I ain't gonna do that, dude. Yeah, dude, I'll probably visit Madeira this summer. It really isn't hard to admit that you're wrong. I think that the hardness of admitting that you're wrong is exacerbated by a lot of self-imposed bullshit. Being wrong is to be human. To err is human, you know. It really isn't hard admitting when you're wrong. It can be sometimes in that stubborn moment, but I don't think it's as hard as people make it out to be.
Yo, Paul.
Oh shit, it's TJ.
Yo, Paul.
I'm still doing my thing. I just can't smoke a cigarette.
Oh, okay.
Hold on a lighter out here?
Yeah.
There's stuff on
Sweet.
greens.
Oh, thank you, man. Yeah. Take greens on the... Look at this J. It's a beautiful J. Looks nice. What's in this J?
Tray trash.
Tray trash. My favorite kind of J.
I know there's some Blue Dream in there. Don't know what else.
Yeah, these are good J's, man. The mixed bag J.
Yeah, I was talking about Alien Covenant with my folks down there.
Yeah.
Seems like everyone hates it.
Really? A lot of the people that I'm running into are defending it
Yeah.
as being like passable. They're like, oh look, I know it's not the best in the franchise, but it was alright for what it was. I'm getting a lot of that shit, and I'm like, no.
I think the $20 barrier makes people smarter. I think smarter people tend to have $20.
Is that what it is?
So that they're like, it's almost like...
Oh.
You know.
I wonder if I do that to you guys, if the general comment stuff will get smarter. Like, I'll just do one of these streams, but you gotta pay. Like, it's super chat only, dude. $10 super chats only. I wonder if, like, I guess the tism probably would be weeded out, because ain't nobody gonna pay $10 for tism.
Some will.
You think so?
We've definitely seen it on our show before.
I guess you're right.
There's been people who posted like $200, be like, "This is for Paul to whip his dick out."
I love the ones where they spend a bunch of money and then they can't even spell.
Oh, yeah,
or,
dude,
like,
it's...
make a coherent sentence.
Yeah, those are the best.
Like, what? Okay.
Some dude sends like $30 and it's like just unreadably
Or you just
poorly
have
worded.
no idea what they're even trying to say or talk about. Those are pretty funny.
I hate when people pay for shit and then ask me about something I don't know what the fuck they're even talking about. It's like,
Yeah.
what do you think about gribbly gourds? Blah, 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 you know?
You're just like, what?
You think it's too... It's like, what? What the fuck are you talking about, man? I don't know none of that shit.
I get trolled all the time on those gibberish comments, man.
Yeah.
They start off like they sound like they're going to be an actual
Yep.
question, and then they just devolve into fucking nonsense. People know I'm trying to read comments quickly, you know?
Go back into the fray here. I'll be done in a little bit. Where the fuck is Scotty?
I don't know, man.
Where is Scotty always?
Where's Scotty?
In his room, jerking off all day
Cool.
long. I don't know what he's doing in there.
Fuck, man. I went through my stay in the room and jerk off period. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was a
me
good way to
too.
spend the day. Tell me, what? TJ's Gorn, man. He just left, bro.
He's got his own stream going on downstairs.
He asked about Evangelion. I think TJ probably would have said, "I don't give a shit about no fucking Evangelion, faggot."
Most likely.
So there you go. There's your TJ answer. Opinion. I haven't watched Samurai Jack at all yet.
I like it.
I've heard good things. But I ain't gone down the road yet. Take my money, you beautiful fat fuck. Thank you, man. I'll take that. Thank you. Who's a YouTuber you think is grossly underrated? I don't know. That's a hard question for me to answer. I don't watch a whole lot of YouTube. I watch this dude that does Let's Plays called Unplayed a Thing, and he doesn't get a whole lot of views, but I really like his Let's Plays. So he's got a silky voice, dude, a silky smooth voice. That's all you need. Joints, joints, joints. Oh yeah, dude, the sun will be up past 9. It'll probably be like 9:20, 9:30 before the sun starts to crest the horizon here.
What time is it now?
I don't know. It's like 7:30 an hour ago. It's probably like 8:30 now.
Yeah,
9
that
maybe.
looks about right.
Yeah.
The sun does stay up a while here, I feel like.
In June and July, where I'm from, the sun will be up for a few days at least at like 10 p.m. It'll still be kind of over the horizon a little bit. Still be light outside. Pretty crazy. It's 8:36. Yeah, about what I figured. Who's your least favorite rapper? I don't know. I probably don't listen to him. If a rapper sucks, I mean, I guess of the popular guys, I don't like Drake a whole lot as a rapper. I like some of his older stuff, but his newer stuff seems to be a little lame. I don't like Death Grips at all, but they're not popular. I like Kanye a lot. Whatever, talk shit. I haven't heard a Kanye album that I dislike yet. Even like what, Yeezus or whatever, the one everybody hated. I like Kanye, dude. I'm a Kanye apologist. My favorite Kanye song is Good Morning. I used to listen to that song every fucking morning. I can't even remember how long. It was like my go to work song. The beat of that song sounds like morning. It sounds like the start of your day. Am I cool with Kanye becoming president? At this point, sure. Why not? Let's give everybody a chance. If Donald Trump gets a try at it, why should Kanye be excluded? Let's put his ass in there. Do I buy the shoes he makes? I can't afford the shoes he makes. I'd like to have a pair. I like sneakers, man. I like expensive sneakers. When I was little, like, I remember begging my parents for years for a pair of Jordans. And then I finally was able to save up enough to get myself a pair of Jordans. I loved those shoes, man. I think Yeezys look pretty cool. I'd wear them if I owned them. I like skate shoes too. I don't remember which Jordans it was. I'd have to look at the year that I got them. I was in like 6th or 7th grade when I got them. So that would have been... How old are you in 6th grade? Are you like 11, 10?
I have no idea. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. I don't know
I'm
either.
terrible at that shit.
Me too. Clearly that's why I'm asking for help.
Yeah.
I should know these things. I think you're like 10 or 11. That would have made it... Yeah, 11 to 12 maybe. Yeah, okay, so that would have made it like 1991, 92.
That's when I was born.
Yeah.
92.
So whatever the Jordans that came out in like 91, 92 were, I remember they were white with red and black accents, but they were the base shoe was white. So they were nice shoes, man. You don't have to pay $250 for average looking shoes, dude. That's retarded. There are average looking shoes that you can go in and buy for $40-50. Probably even cheaper if you know where to go.
I don't think I've ever spent $250 on shoes.
I've never worn a $250 pair of shoes, I don't think, in my
I
life.
think the nicest ones I ever got were like $150.
Yeah.
Those were boots.
Yeah, the Timberlands that I have now were $180 Timberlands.
Yeah.
But I mean, those are boots that you wear here every day in the winter. I mean, you expect to pay that much money for a pair of shoes you expect to last you fucking 30 years. If you take care of Timberlands, you'll be wearing them for fucking ever. Chuck Taylors are good. Like, I don't know, they're not the most comfortable shoes, but I don't know, man. There's something about them.
So many pairs.
Yeah, I had a lot of pairs of Chucks. A lot of pairs of All-Stars, too. Like, a lot of people would wear high-top All-Stars.
I had red ones.
When did I first start drinking? Like, on a regular basis, I probably started drinking socially in, I don't know, the 9th grade, probably, a lot. Before I had my first drink way before that, and I would go to, get-togethers and get drunk with my friends before that, but I'd say freshman year was when I started drinking a lot. And that continued through my 20s. It wasn't until my late 20s that I really kind of stopped drinking. Am I baked? Yes. Milo won't come on DP. We talked about this during the whole Milo drama that went down a few months ago. Milo will not come on the show if I'm on the show. That was his stipulation. And whatever. So he, whatever. He was invited back on the show, and he chose to not come on the show. So. You mean to tell me that the man who tried to stick a rubber fist in my anus was a homosexual? Probably he was, dude. He probably was. Really, what Milo dislikes you seems like a no platform, like he hates liberals doing to him. I mean, I don't know what his personal reasons for it were, but it does seem a little hypocritical for him, to be this dude that kind of prides himself on not being afraid of anything, in talks behind the scenes with a podcast going, I don't want that one guy that was there last time there. I don't want him there. It's like, yeah, on some level, the Jimmys got rustled. I mean, there was never anything on my end, even though, like, at the time, when Milo was in talks to come back on the show, the perception of that whole exchange was much different. It was very negative towards me. I would have never been like, nope, I don't want to be on another show with Milo. There's never been a fucking guest that I've been like, nope, don't want to be on with that dude. I don't give a shit. I'll talk to anybody. So, I don't market myself as that guy, but that's just the truth. I don't care. What about Billy? Of course, dude. I love Billy. Billy and I got along really well.
You're the one that, fought for him to be on.
Yeah, I wanted Billy on the show. I feel kind of bad for what, the negative perception that he walked away from that show with, because I didn't think it was going to go that way. I wanted to set Billy up for a slam dunk on me, because everybody was hating on me at that point. And the perception swung in the other direction. But I really liked the time that I got to spend with Billy. He was a very nice dude. He was very cool and unassuming and super fucking funny. He had me fucking laughing the whole time. Like, he was trying to push this new, word for black people, shifties.
Oh my God.
He wanted to make shifties a thing.
Wow.
And he kept saying it. And then I said it on the show, and he, tried to pretend like it was a bad thing. It's like, oh, that's wrong, Paul Zigo, that's wrong. Billy's great, dude. He's actually a pretty dope rapper, too, honestly. He has chops as a rapper. You may not like his content or whatever, like the content of his raps, but he's got a lot of technical skill. What's your favorite? Dude, quit asking me questions about my vape, please. Can we just not? This is not a pro-vape channel. I don't want to spend hours discussing what I'm vaping on, please. It's that Bubblicious grape. I've told you guys a million times, man. You keep asking. All I vape is Bubblicious grape, okay? That's it. I'm so stoned.
Same.
Oh my God.
That tray trash.
Oh, Jesus. It's a lot of keef, though, because it's a lot of that shit that gets, when you're breaking weed up, all the little sprinkles of shit that fall off, all that crystally goodness.
I, reground it all, too, so it's, super fine.
favorite movie. I hate it when people use the British favorite, dude. Favorite. Favorite movie, Paul's ego. My favorite movie of all time is Aliens.
Wow,
I like
you
Aliens.
must have been really bummed then.
I'm pretty bummed. But I've kind of gotten used to it, because this isn't the first shit-ass alien movie, so I'm pretty used to it by now. But it still doesn't ruin the first two films for me. I can still show people those movies and go, man, these are two fucking great movies. Totally different, based in the same universe, same character, but totally different types of films, both of them great. One's a horror movie, one's an action movie. Fucking great. I don't have to show, I don't have to... that tends to happen with movies. As they go on, they tend to get worse. The more time we spend with look at these Avengers movies. They're starting to fall off. At first, when they were fresh and shit, everything that came out was a fucking magnetic hit. But they've just explored so much of the drama between these people. There's not... Where else can you go, man?
Plus, they're releasing 4 movies a fucking year. More.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's too much.
In your opinion, what was worse, Alien vs. Predator or Freddy vs. Jason? Alien vs. Predator was a worse movie. I liked Freddy vs. Jason. I mean, it's a shit film, but I liked it for the comedy factor. It's at least a jokey little thing. It was fun to see those two characters in the same movie together, even if it sucked. Alien vs. Predator was just a shitty attempt at making a movie. It was a mishmash of two things that would work together if they did it in the right way, but they can't seem to get it right. So I'm over it. I'm over them trying. Favorite Tarantino movie? I always go with, the one that got me into Tarantino, and it's still my favorite, is fucking Reservoir Dogs. I just love how simple that movie is. It's so simple. And it's such a character study. It's just a series of conversations that really... there's some action-y flashback shit in there, but so much of that film is just two people talking to each other. Django is great. Look, there's a lot of... I don't argue with people about shit like what's the best Tarantino movie, because there's a good argument for a lot of his movies being his best. I don't argue with people about it. It's a matter of opinion. Kill Bill 1 and 2, they're great. Ashley's not even a movie person. She's whatever. I always kind of assume that people grew up watching movies like I did, but a lot of people don't, I guess, these days. And she doesn't. She's not a big movie buff, but she loves those films. She couldn't get enough of them. Wanted there to be a third one. Pulp Fiction is a fantastic movie. It's a really, really good film. Don't complain about TJ's video making jokes about the bombing, but your feminist cum dispenser. What? Kills someone you can't make jokes at his... Dude, I couldn't even... you gotta form that incoherent rage into a readable set of sentences for me, bro. And I'll try and fucking read it again. But you're gonna have to do me a favor. Before you post again, take a deep breath in through your nose, okay? And out through your mouth. I want you to go... I want you to do that 3 times in a row, okay? And then I want you to calmly type that comment again, bro. It's okay. I understand you're mad. But let's... That's condescending. He wrote a giant, angry blob of unreadable bullshit. I can't expect people to fucking... I can't expect people to be coherent in their critiques. Let me rephrase it. You don't shoot down TJ for making a video making dark jokes about the bombing, but Sargon's friends do it about the Russian Deadpool, and you get triggered. Okay. I was not triggered that they were making jokes. I disagreed with Sargon pretending that that's not what that hangout was about. Sargon was trying to paint it like he was quoted and misquoted and taken out of context, and that hangout wasn't a giant collection of dudes gleefully cackling about a political opponent being dead and having done something horrible. Okay? If he had come out and just said, yeah, man, that's what I was fucking doing, and if you don't like it, I guess see ya, but I'm gonna do whatever I want, I wouldn't really have had a problem with his position. I don't particularly find it personally funny to gleefully cackle at the death of a political opponent or an ideological opponent. And I don't see a direct line of correlation between making jokes about that and making jokes about a general incident that you have no stake in. So, from the get-go, I don't really understand your argument. Sorry. Try again, I guess. It was about the murderer, not the victim. Thunderfoot phrased it as if he laughed at the victim. He did not, only the murderer. Sargon, okay, whatever, dude. There were jokes told in that Sargon stream that were at the expense of the situation at large, which includes the victim. So, once again, trying to dodge what was joked about here is slimy. I don't care what was joked about. I don't care that TJ made jokes about Manchester while it was still unfolding. I don't care that Sargon joked about a political opponent. Now, it's not something that I would personally do. It's not how I would personally conduct myself, yeah? I would not personally, if there was somebody that was an ideological opponent that I'd had this history with, and this terrible tragedy happened and I didn't know all the facts, I would not create a hangout based around making jokes about it. That being said, I don't care that Sargon did it one way or another. I'm not personally offended by it. What I'm personally offended by is his trying to walk it back and pretend like that's not what he was fucking joking about. Period. That's all. Who cares what he did? Don't you have some content? Oh my god, dude. That's such block bait. Such obvious block bait that I'm not even going to take it. Paul, what's the best way to talk to you one-on-one? The Discord, probably. Although one-on-one, I don't know, dude. I can't. Listen. If I talked to fans one-on-one all the time, I'd have no time to do the things that the fans watch that they like me for. I'm on the Discord a lot. It's a very personal kind of hangout type of thing I do. I just go in there and we talk and we chill and we laugh and we get stoned and we have a good time. So I'd say sign up for the Discord. The Drunken Peasants Discord. Yes, I chill over there. I'm there 3 or 4 times a week at least. What's the worst Tarantino film? I haven't actually seen his recent one, The Hateful Eight or whatever the fuck. So I don't know. Jackie Brown is a fun movie. It doesn't feel much like a Tarantino movie to me. It feels like it's a little heavier on the homage to the 70s blaxploitation idea than an actual Tarantino riff on that. Grindhouse is shit. I didn't really feel all that great about Grindhouse, so I guess I can go there. Death Proof was fucking garbage. Okay. I know you aren't exactly a big fan of Sargon Akkad, but would you ever make jokes that are brought up against... oh, you're one of those, dude. Manchester is different than the killing. Bombings are so normal now, it seems. Whatever. I think you may misunderstand some of Sargon's views. If you want to understand some more, I recommend you check out his video criticizing the British right. I don't know. Look, I've watched enough of Sargon to get a feel for the guy's content. I watched a video of his recently that had nothing to do with any of this drama, that was like him cackling for 20 minutes about some scientific study that finds that humanity may have had its origins in Europe. And he's like, yes, you see, black people, white people, you know. I was just like, what is this video? Your response to ridiculous, like, black SJWs that say, like, yeah, man, the cradle of human existence is in Africa. The first human beings were black, y'all. We was kings. You're going to make fun of that by gleefully chuckling about how white people probably might have been now? That's what you do? It's like, okay, whatever, dude. He wrestles some jimmies by just being like they are. Okay. It's called irony. Okay, dude. Yeah, teach me about irony, dude, on the fucking comment section of a video. Teach me about irony, bro. Sing me that fucking Alanis Morissette song, which is called Ironic, which has no irony in it, which in itself is kind of ironic. Don't you think? You have beautiful eyes. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. The stream's vibe is becoming salty. Good. We need a salty stream now and again, man. Why isn't TJ's beard growing faster? It takes a long time for beards to come in, man. Mine grows out pretty fast to like a kind of a shaggy, trimmed looking length. But, I don't know, maybe he's trimmed it a couple of times. Maybe he's trying to keep it, you know, stubbly. Going for that 5 o'clock shadow look, dude. The salt segment? Wouldn't that just be the whole fucking show most of the time? Wouldn't most of Ideology just be the salt segment? Just watching one of your older streams when I realized you were live on the suggested videos. Oh, cool. Are you a cuck? No. But I do every once in a while sit in the cuck tent. After watching this stream, I can finally see why people hate Paul. You, an idiot, Paul. Stop talking about subjects you know nothing about. Oh, man, Ethan. Oh, boy. Thank you so much for that comment, dude. You, Paul, idiot. What do you think of Thulian perspective? I don't know. I've heard, like, the name sounds familiar, but I can't place who that is. You know who that is? That dude. There's some vegan dude. And he makes these, like, vegan girls are sexy. I like to eat their pussy. Vegan girls are sexy. You know, that, and he's like, is it like John something? Sakar? I've wanted to pull his videos for so long, but I just feel like he's not real. Is he real? Or is he just like a giant fucking kayfabe artist? I've always gotten the feeling from him that he is not real. that he's just putting on, he's like a performance artist or something that's just... I don't know, man. He just rings my troll bell. I mean, he's really good at it, but... Hey, Paul, as always, thanks for the free entertainment. Well, thank you, my friend, for the unfree $10. I appreciate that. When do you guys do the DP meetup in New York? Go to Buffalo. The bars are open later there than anywhere else. Okay, cool. Thank you. I'm just going to start reading all of you guys' comments like that British robot voice that people use in their videos now, that has no human emotion to it at all. Why is every right-winger obligated to be a God believer? I don't know that they're obligated to be a God believer, but I mean, the right wing is pretty well stocked with religious people. So they'd either have to be a God believer or somebody that doesn't care about caucusing with the God believer. Dude, the shadow on my face makes it look like I've just got like raccoon eyes, dude. That's awesome. Kind of look Sith Lordy. None of you knows the power of the dark side. But you will. You will feel its cold embrace when you die. And you will know which side is stronger. My best ration is pretty bad. Nazdrovia, little man. I am Sergei Poplatov. It's terrible. I don't do Russian. Vodka. Australian.
Oi, I don't like dick, nor do I like pussy. I don't like sex at all. Bum us a fucking ciggy, mate. Give us a fucking ciggy. And give us a loiter. Bum us a fucking loiter. Give us a fucking loiter, mate.
Eskimo? I don't know how Eskimos talk. Hello, I am Nanook. I come from the far north, with word of the French incursion into your lands. French? Mais oui, absolument. Je parle souvent avec mes amis francophones. French enough? German? Yeah, so anyway, I was sitting there, enjoying myself, stroking my German sausage to some Scheißen porn, you know. And then, all of a sudden, a girl came to my door, offering to sell me some Lederhosen. No, Kraut doesn't sound like that. Kraut's got that, like, Kraut, I don't know, dude. He sounds more British than German, man. I don't know what it is. Maybe he was, like, maybe he went to school there, and... He does sound a little bit German, I will admit. But there's definitely a drawn-out, English sort of bent to the way that he speaks. Today I am bringing you news from the SJW front here in Germany. Once again, these left-wing Nazis are trying to incur themselves into the lands of the Western civilizated people. And once again, he's South African? That's crazy. He's all over the place, dude. He's got a really cool accent. I like the way he talks. Invictus, yeah, dude. That would have been a pretty cool one to read. To hear Kraut read. Murder. When you want to murder people. Spanish. Like, like American Spanish, like Spanglish Spanish, like the type of, like I can't really do like España. Murder most foul. Talk like I, no, dude, it was cringy as fuck, man. I don't want to talk like that anymore. Probably a lot of like, you know, like this type of shit. You know what I mean? Like, hey, what's up, guys? Like, it's Paul Zigo once again coming at you. You know what I mean? Just chilling out over here, chilling out, maxing and shit. No, I can't really do Irish, dude. Swedish? No, I can't do Swedish either. like Turkmenistan. Yeah, dude, I got that one down. Can I do Ben, TJ, and Scotty? Yeah, probably. My Ben is just like kind of wispy, like, I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even know. My Scotty's like very forward. You know what it is, TJ? You don't listen, TJ. That's your fucking problem, TJ. Is I'm fucking sitting here talking to you and you're fucking not listening, TJ. And then TJ's more like, I can't even really talk like TJ, but that's more of my TJ, dude. It's just, I don't even fucking care. You're a faggot, Scotty. Oh, I'm a faggot, TJ? I'm a faggot, TJ? How am I a faggot, TJ? I don't know. You just are, Scotty. All those dicks you suck, Scotty. Fuck you, TJ. I don't suck dicks. You're the one that actually sucks dicks, TJ. In fact, let's do this, TJ. Let's do this right now. Let's go to the fucking tape, okay? How many dicks have you sucked? Go ahead, TJ. Give me a number. How many dicks have you sucked, TJ? TJ, how many dicks have you sucked? I can't even fucking remember. Yeah, see? Can't even remember how many dicks you sucked. Can't even remember how many dicks you sucked, TJ. But I'm the faggot, TJ. See, you're just defeated immediately. You're defeated immediately, TJ. Anything you bring against me, I tear it down. You're still a fucking faggot, Scotty. Whatever, TJ. What? I love those, dude. It's the best shit. Like, are we gonna watch a video or? No. You see, no, we're not gonna watch a video because I'm gonna talk. I gotta get the bottom of this with TJ because he called me a fucking faggot, TJ. He called me a fucking faggot in front of all of our fucking fans, TJ. You made a fucking statement about me, TJ. I want you to back that fucking thing up with evidence. I asked you how many dicks you suck, TJ. You said you didn't know how many fucking dicks you suck, TJ. TJ, you didn't even know where to start thinking about how many dicks you suck, TJ. I love it, dude. It's the best shit. TJ just reaches sometimes this point where he just like, you can tell he's just gone inward and he's just like, and the leg is going. He's like, pfft. I don't even care. Still a faggot. I fucking love Scott, dude. He's the best. The fighting boys, dude. Yeah. How do you feel about the American educational system? I find it laughable in how bullshit it is. I know you have spoken about this topic, but not recently. I mean, look, dude, I can't manufacture the passion that I've had when talking about this in the past, and I'm way too stoned to get passionate about it now. But, yeah, it's a joke. Public education in this country is a joke. To a large extent, private education is a joke as well, because it's tinged with a bunch of religious nonsense. So there's really no win for kids in this country, which is kind of borne out in the numbers. We spend more per capita per student, right, than pretty much any country. But we're always, middling when it comes to education. In some areas, we're fucking way down the goddamn list. The reason for that is that this kind of factory farm kind of education that we've set up, which is what it is. We treat kids like cattle. We herd them from boring lecture to boring lecture. We don't try and broaden their perspective at all. Every student is learning the same exact shit in the exact same way. And we herd them into the fucking cafeteria. That's what it is. I think that, Carlin talked about how the educational system in college and a lot of modern thought is set up to make obedient workers. Obedient people who are willing to go enter the workforce and take a menial job and work for shit and never ask questions about it. That's the kind of educational system that we have. We don't have the kind of educational system that fosters creativity in children. We have the educational system that teaches kids how to follow orders, how to be in lockstep, how to be uniform with everybody around them, how to not question authority, how to not ask questions, how to not pursue what they like and love in life, how to just be obedient, little vessels for information, how to make their minds open to authority. That's what fucking modern education is about. It's not about turning out critical thinkers. It's not about turning out people who are passionately pursuing something in their life. It's about turning out conformists. And it's doing a great job. Guess that's the way it goes, huh? What would I debate Vegan Gains on? Like, what are he and I gonna debate about? I really wish we'd stop with the fucking colloquial debate usage. A debate should be a moderated discussion between two parties on opposing ends of one single issue, moderated by an impartial third party. That's not like getting together with somebody on the show and arguing about them is not a debate. It's an argument. Okay? There's no... It's an argument. Please, can we not make debate mean nothing? You're boring today, but I still want to listen. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Glad to bore the shit out of you today. It's my distinct fucking pleasure to bore the shit out of you today. You okay, Paul? You look like shit. No, I'm actually okay. I'm just, it's a weird, I'm lit very strange. I have very deep set eyes, and the fucking light is like making me look like a goddamn skeleton. No, I'm fine. Thoughts on antidepressants? Read the fucking side effects before you take them. And, be prepared that any one of them could happen at any time during your treatment. Because those types of drugs... Oh, I've been on every type of... Well, maybe not every type. They probably got some new types that have come out since I stopped trying to put myself on that type of shit. But I've been on a lot of different psychiatric meds. Skeleton. Is that how I say it, dude? Skeleton? Yeah, I guess I do. Skeleton, dude. Have I ever huffed paint? No, I have not. Doom? Yes, I would like to go home and play Doom. If you could kill and eat any child actor, who would it be? I don't know, man. Human is not on the menu for me. I'm not real interested in it. Crocodile? Have I ever done Speed? No. Can you do your JFK again? Why, dude? Fuck JFK. He's dead. He had his chance. He had his chance. Ever done weed? No. No, I'm scared, dude. I'm scared. I've heard people have bad reactions to weed. Crocodile. Do you think that the American educational system needs to be torn down and completely rethought? I wouldn't say that. No. No. I think that the current way that it is administered and the current way that funding is provided to it by the federal government and the current metrics by which we judge the success of a school need to be completely upended. I think that the relationship between district personnel and teachers needs to be mended and codified because it's not working. It's just a cyclical bitch fest right now between two groups of people that can never really get a leg up on one another. And it doesn't serve the children. So why have it be that way? It's time to bridge the gap, people. That is absolutely untrue. The principals don't give a fuck. Dude, you're so wrong. You're so wrong. There are some principals that don't give a fuck, but the vast majority of principals really want to help kids. They really care about helping children. Some of them in ways that I find just like kind of awe-inspiring given what they fucking face. Not in Texas? Well, that sucks. I know things are very different in Texas. Say rape me like a faggot in the voice of a closeted southern sheriff. No, dude. It's not gonna happen, bro. I had an awesome principal. He got me out of suspension once because the whole thing was BS. Yeah, I mean, like, look. The problem, it's a twofold problem. Number one, principals are often placed immediately at odds with teachers. And it is only the most deft of principals that can navigate that fucking shark-infested strait and get to a point where teachers actually respect them. Because principals are immediately made direct employees of the district office. They are now part of the district office team. At least that's how it works in California. And they are expected to toe that line. But that line is often extraordinarily contrary to teachers and what they need and what they want. Principals are often the fall guy for the failure of a school, or fall woman, I guess. They are often misplaced in that position. The failure of schools is typically systemic and has very little to do, and for a lot of those principals tried very, very hard to make those schools run. Given your personal experience with customer service, what would be your... What, dude? Fuck, man. I hate these people, dude. Go away. I fucking hate you. You stupid fucking nonsense trolls, dude. The worst kind of trolling. How do you deal with paranoia, especially when you have legitimate reasons to be paranoid? I mean, I have a tendency to I have a tendency towards the paranoid. And this is evidenced by multiple episodes in my past where I have kind of lost myself to paranoid delusion. the most recent and most pronounced of these episodes that I had was when I was working my last job. I became convinced that I was being followed by people around town. I did a lot of driving for my job, and because at the beginning of this creepy feeling that I was being followed, my immediate reaction was to react to it like everybody else does, like, wow, that's really paranoid. So you don't share it with anybody, but it continues. And paranoia is like a worm. It wiggles its way into your psyche slowly but surely. And if you don't involve other people, if you allow yourself to create a giant secret about it, then it can take over a whole swaths of at least my life. I won't say yours. So a lot of people aren't prone to paranoia, but I am, and it's a hard thing. It's a hard thing for me to admit, because it implies kind of a mental weakness. It implies kind of an inability to distinguish reality from fantasy at times. And as a guy that talks a lot for a living, certainly it's ammunition for people that think that I don't have a grip on what I'm talking about, that I'm not, those types of things can be used as ammunition. But to be dishonest about that, I don't know, I just couldn't do it. It's something about me. It's a truth about me, and I try and be honest about myself to the best of my ability. I've totally been there, bro. Yeah, I mean, it's a hard thing. It's good to have touchstones in your life, and it's good to recognize. Having been through it on multiple occasions, I kind of can feel it coming on. And when I do, I typically will involve somebody else in that thought process, whether it's one of my friends or Ashley or a family member. But that really is the answer to me, because I'm kind of incapable of determining that on my own. Let's get some eerie red light. Did you hear about the UK starting up an experimental fusion reactor about a month ago? If it works and gets proper temperature next year, they project it'll power. That's pretty cool. That's kind of exciting, right? Because that could be a new, far more efficient technology that could replace a lot of conventional power plants. Give you the red light special, dude. Advice to deal with stalkers. If you're being stalked, just make a police report. Like, stalkers, in my mind, I mean, I think, what is a stalker nowadays? Because to me, a stalker is somebody that displays predatory behavior towards another person, constantly insinuates themselves in another person's life, contacts a person in person and through other media, and is just, it's criminal behavior. So if you're being stalked, make a police report about your stalker. And if you're talking about online shit, you're not being stalked online, you're just being trolled, and I wouldn't do anything about that. But yeah, if you've got a legit stalker, go to the police, because those types of people can be dangerous. Yeah, if it's not online, then I would go to the police. If you think that there is somebody stalking you, I would collect all of the evidence that you have, all of the text messages and weirdness that you have of this person, and I would take it down to your local police precinct, and I would, you did that. Okay, so you got an order of no contact with this person? I don't know, dude. Don't feed the trolls. Yeah, probably. Thank you. I'm not gonna buy into your fucking bullshit about being a teacher, dude. Please. Fuck Orf. You're a terrible troll. Stalkers are pretty cool. Cool. They don't do shit for me, LOL. Well, I don't know. I really don't know the particulars of your situation, individual. So I would say that continuing to report every creepy thing that this person does as a violation of a protective order that you have against them, if indeed you're in this position and not just trolling. And if not, then get over it. Galen is really pissed. You hate the new Alien movie. I don't give a fuck. Galen can get mad in the same pants he got glad in, man. Can I make a mixtape for you? No. Want to hear my mixtape, bro? It's a hot fire. I spit hot fire on this mixtape, bro. Hot fire on this mixtape, bro. Yo. Check out my mixtape, yo. My SoundCloud, yo. I'm an internet rapper. I'm a lyrical, spherical, miracle, spiritual, lyrical, individual, spiritual miracle. Yeah. Yo, check out my mixtape, bro. Papa Franco, dude. A filthy Franco. Did you like San Antonio? I like some shit about San Antonio. The people there, the ones that I interacted with, I found to be very, very hospitable people. Very quick to laugh. I like Texas laughs. There's a lot, you hear a lot of laughing in Texas, and it's kind of cool. Big kind of barrel-chested laugh that they do down there. Ashley's got it, and it's the cutest fucking thing. Yeah, dude. But there are things about Texas I hated too. Very oppressive atmosphere there, politically speaking, socially speaking. It's very different than what I'm used to. Cops seem to be kind of an omnipresent thing in a way that I'm not really used to where I'm from. I'm kind of nay on the tobacco these days. I try and limit my intake of tobacco products because I don't want to be a smoker. Are sports as important there as people say? Yes. People are fucking deadly serious about their sports teams there. Not everybody is into sports, but the people there who are, like Ashley's grandma is, you can't fuck with the Spurs, man. She doesn't, like, you don't want to mess with her when a Spurs game is on. Like, if you distract her, she gets angry. Her whole day is ruined when a Spurs game goes wrong. She's just very into it. It's weird there, too. I've never lived in a place with a giant sports team, but like in San Antonio, the Spurs are just in like commercials for the local grocery stores and shit. They're just like, hey, look, it's fucking, Manu Ginobili. And he's like, yeah, I really like shopping at H-E-B because their produce is cheaper than anywhere else. It's like, whoa. That's weird. Yeah, dude, the B is for butts, dude. What are your favorite guilty pleasure games? Personally, I actually love Modern Warfare games. They're good fun. Yeah, the B is for, That's Harold E. Butt, I think, is the name of the dude what done it. Ever played Leisure Suit Larry? Yes. I played it way back when on like the Commodore 64 128 and then the Amiga. I think I had a friend that had an old Amiga computer and he had some Leisure Suit Larry. They were pretty risque back in the day, dude. When is the championship money in the Hell in a Cell match between Scotty Cena, the Aluminum Sheik, and the Plumbo Pounder? I don't know, dude. I don't know. We'll see. Have you ever started to become concerned that your tolerance was getting too high? Yeah. When that starts to happen, I take a break. I'm probably about due for a break now, to be honest with you. My tolerance is pretty prodigious right now. Like I could smoke a lot of weed and be pretty functional all day. So it's probably time for me to do one of my 2-week tolerance breaks. Yeah, man. Well, I mean, it just makes economic sense. It's way cheaper to have a lower tolerance. I mean, you can take tolerance breaks and still get high every day. If you're a daily smoker, like I am, you smoke once a day. Instead of smoking all day, you pick a time during the day and you smoke until you're high and then you stop. If you do that for 2 weeks every day, instead of just denying yourself weed for that 2 weeks, your tolerance will build back up naturally. It's pretty cool. You haven't taken a break in years. I mean, it's not something that's super necessary. I tend to reach an equilibrium with flower that I discovered later in my life when I became like a medical smoker that I'm pretty happy with. I smoke a lot of weed according to, casual social smokers and stuff, but it's not so much that it's like exorbitantly expensive for me. And I'm able to kind of level off at a cool place. I'm about at that point now where it's like, okay, I have to smoke a lot of weed to get high, but it's doable. It's not uncomfortable. It's just way less expensive to smoke less weed, obviously. So I'm red. Yeah, dude. Do you think people getting emotionally invested in sports is ridiculous or just part of being human? I think it's a little of both. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's a ridiculous part of being human. I can't claim to have never gotten emotional over sports. There was a time where I was really invested in the Raiders. In fact, there were multiple times throughout my history as a Raiders fan where I was really emotionally invested in a season, really watched it, went to, live games at Oco Stadium and screamed and yelled and fucking, really was into it. And whatever, I don't think it cheapened my life in any way. I don't know if it was a good investment of my time and energy, but East Bay represent. Yeah, buddy. Anyone remember when the WWF, and it's the WWF, not the WWE, was cool? Yeah, dude. Like when Stone Cold broke into Brian Pillman's house and Pillman pulled a fucking gun on him, or when DX was doing their thing. Man, I liked it even before that shit. I liked it pre-Stone Cold, man. The Attitude Era was where it was at, bro. I know Stone Cold kind of came towards the end of the Attitude Era, but whatever. Dude, I'm talking about... the WWF used to be really good. And I agree, dude. We got to start calling it the WWF again. That stupid World Wildlife Fund shit was garbage. Oh, I guess the Attitude Era was Stone Cold. Well, whatever. That era and the era directly preceding it were the best parts of wrestling, I think. I liked all the political shit they used to do. I miss that type of shit. Ugh. Like, they used to do, like, current event stuff. Like having a Sergeant Slaughter against the Iraqis or whatever the fuck. And then he does a heel turn and he joins them. Those were the days, guys. I used to like just all the weird gimmick guys though. They were always my favorite. My favorite wrestler growing up was George the Animal Steel. I used to like him a lot. He was such a fucking weirdo. Paul, did you ever hear about the ones that were always going back? Yeah, dude, I did hear about those ones that were always going back to create new accounts, to post gibberish, dude. I heard that one. It's a good meme. My mama said they were like her soaps. Oh, that's cool. I'm going to end this. Thank you guys for watching. Good night.